you?
Hey.
Hey.
There.
Oh my goodness. Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Las Locas Live. I am Jess Martinez. We've got Denise Rodriguez up here. And our guest tonight, Maria Jose Ovalle.
Hey.
What up?
Beautiful name.
How are
Beautiful.
you?
Good. Just, every day.
Still here?
Still here. Brush my hair, put on some makeup to come see you guys. So that's good.
Yeah, you're rocking a red lip. It looks amazing.
Yeah, but dirty hair, don't care. And then, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. That early pandemic, the hygiene was not good. That's all I'm gonna say. It was real bad.
I call it Zoom-ceptible, right? It's like as long as you look good on Zoom, you're good.
That's right. You just from here, literally, it used to be from the waist up. Now it's like from here up.
From here, yeah. It's like
no, it used to be waist up. Now it's like, well, actually, just
Oh my God, I love it.
It's okay.
Maria, we forgot to introduce. Well, we didn't forget.
You
I just
watching. If you don't know Maria Jose, she's a comedian, writer, blogger, mama du jour, just mom of the day. That did not make sense.
Mom of the day.
Mom of the
content
day.
creator, all the things. So she was
Yeah.
on our show was that November? Jeez, the years are just going by.
I know.
And we're in it was November, right? Because when's your birthday?
No, December. I think it was
the day
December
of your
19th. It was my birthday.
Yeah, gotcha. So we love it. So welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I was, I just appreciate. I got nothing new, but I was like, I signed up for your thing. I was like, oh, maybe I'll do a show in June because I don't have any new material.
Yeah, it's been tough to write for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I feel that. I feel like you've been pretty active. You generally have a lot of things going on. You're acting, you do stand up, you have your own podcast, you're always putting videos up on Instagram.
So no podcasts. Don't have a podcast.
No podcast.
I'm just making shit up.
It's okay. So don't go look for it. And then so I actually started I've always wanted to do stand-up comedy. It's one of those things. And so actually I only started this during the pandemic. I literally went into my basement and I put on a black sheet and I wrote and shot. And I say shot because I did it in one take. I literally made my own Netflix special, but I named it a Netflix special.
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix special. And I named it that. And I even did little red letters on my video to look like. And I literally shot it in one go, and I just put it out there. Okay, I don't know who saw it.
Dude,
whatever.
I love that so much.
And it's up there on my Insta. It's 15 minutes. I did a 15-minute set for the. I didn't know how to tell jokes. I just did it. I was writing.
15 minutes. I used to say 3 minutes for 2 years. Right?
I wrote notes on a whiteboard, and I just stood there and I was like, "Yeah, so I'm, gave up that bra, and now I use it as a mask. So there's a use for that. But I just did it in 15 minutes, and then I took a class with DC Improv, just how to get structure and stuff like that. And then I just jumped into I was like, well, I can't go anywhere. So I started doing online open mics. And I mean, it was scary as shit, but then you're like, this is amazing because if you completely bomb, you can just be like frozen, I am in that sense, I'm new to but I always feel like comedy is my thing. I feel I'm a stronger comedic actor. That's my ultimate goal. I want to be a comedic actor and have my own show, and that's what I want. But I love it, and I love the people you guys I get to meet. I see what you guys are doing, and I was like, I wanna do that too. And I got stories. Let me tell you.
Yes. Wait, when eventually we have to go out in public again one day. I want to do that on stage, just I'm just bombing. I'm like. Oh, are we in real life? I thought we were
damn, we're back in real life. Yeah, that's what. So I've never done. I can't tell my husband this because I did sneak out one night, and I did sneak out one night, and I know, and I went to, well, I'm in the DC area, and I went to like Adams Morgan, this little neighborhood, definitely not for moms. And I did like a stand-up comedy in like a basement. They're like social distancing and mask. Yeah, right. No one had a mask, and they're all smoking pot. And I was like in there, and I was like, "Hey guys,
the devil's weed."
oh yeah, but you know what? They absolutely loved my set. These like 25-year-old like I'm like,
really
is it
high
the weed?
people. They loved me.
Is it the weed? No, because they came up to me. They're like, that was so good, yo. That was good. That was tight, though. They're like, I didn't know you were Latina, man. If you had never said you were Latina, I would have never thought you were Latina. Because I thought you were a white girl, but now it's like, much respect, yo.
Picture exactly who you're talking about.
I was like, and this is me. I was wearing like my little like skinny. I was like, thanks.
Like, my husband thinks I'm at the grocery store.
I was like, I really gotta go now because I'm gonna get like in trouble. My husband's gonna divorce me. So, but it was so funny. He's like, yo, that was so good.
Yo, keep doing what you're doing. Yo.
You do you, boo.
Oh my God, that actually reminds me. Yes, you were there at the end of our anniversary show last year. Like some people had stayed behind. It was like a couple. And the one dude that obviously had all kinds of notes for me, and he had that same vibe. And like, I would normally be annoyed, but that vibe, it was like that. He's like, yo, I like what you're doing, but you need to be like for real. Like, just, you need to go harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, and he was all over the place. And we were just, I was like, I love you so much. Like, I can't write you. Like, you are so special as you are.
Okay. They even wanted me to stay and hang out. They're like, you want to stay? We're going to be. I was like, no.
Dude,
what? I was like, thank you for thinking I smoke. Oh my God.
Denise and some Las Locas fans will know that I have been propositioned by an audience member to do a threesome after a show. That's that same vibe. So just be careful.
Right. And you never know where it can go. This is the point.
No. That was so good.
So anyway, what are you doing right now?
What you doing? You want to go smoke?
This is my wife.
Right, my wife.
That's right.
It'd be funny if she had the same voice, like, yo, hey,
you can go back to our place.
That's right. And you gotta go like this. And he had the mask right here on the chin. I was like, that's not how this works either, but
real protecting. Thank you.
It's not like pants. You gotta wear it where it's supposed to go.
That's why I don't go out. I went to the gym. I went to the gym one time and I did like a count of chin masks. I'm like, nope. It's cool. I could wait for fitness. You know what I'm saying? Like
they did provide though, like the mic condoms.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah. But when I went up, I was like, "Hi, excuse me," and I got my little spray. I was like, I was like, "Sorry guys, I got a family at home." I was like, "I got a family at home, so I can't risk this shit."
And then he was like, "Yo."
He's like, "Can I get a little spray?"
I can do this all night. I can picture it. I love it so much. Oh my God.
Oh man. Speaking of your kids.
Yes.
Are they okay right now?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, my daughter's like, so they have an option to go back to school, but hybrid, which means like 2 times a week, and they have to wear masks. They can't even go to the playground. My daughter's like, she's 8. I'm not going back. I was like, why? She's like, number 1, I'm gonna miss you. Number 2, I can't wear my pajamas. Number 3, I won't be able to eat all the snacks. And 4, I don't want Corona.
That's four.
And then you know what she said to me?
Was before that.
Yeah, and then she goes, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Oh my God.
I was like,
and you're like,
she's actually, I gotta give her props. She's doing really well. Like she's doing really well online. She actually listens and does what the teacher says. So I'm like, yeah, go on. Look, it's been a year. We already have a routine. I don't care. I can't say it too loud. Like,
you know, they're right there listening.
I know, but she is. Listen, I'm like, every kid on earth is falling behind, so I really don't give a shit. Just do what you gotta do between the hours of 8 and 2. Okay? You know? I mean, And no, honestly, I'm lucky. My kids are not having additional problems. They don't have disabilities where they need extra help. So I'm very lucky in that sense. And I joke, but they're okay. Like my middle schooler, my 6th grader, he wants to go because he's like, I want to see my friends, even if it's like 6 feet apart, you know? So, but my 8-year-old's like,
She's good.
Your daughter's close to my heart because I also like to eat snacks all day. So I like.
Listen,
I respect
guys,
the priorities.
you have to understand, they eat like 5,432 snacks a day. I don't know how they're going to survive at school without
right
all day.
Like all
me crawling in the hallway, like I need my snack.
Why are you abusing me? Wait, the best part is that guy would pop out and be like, yo, I got your snacks.
I got your snacks right here.
I got your snacks right here.
Tell your mom, I didn't even know she was Latina.
No one, he also loved that. So he's like, I got your snacks right here, mommy. He was like fascinated with the fact that I was like Latina and white. He's like, yo, I never would have thought that. So like, you know, you like a mommy and you know, that's cool. No, it changed like his whole outlook on me. It changed.
Women have children. Yes. We come in this color.
That's right.
It's so funny. You look Latina. Do you get mistaken? Wait, well, mistaken as white. Please, in America, that's not a bad thing. Just in case you didn't know. I know you weren't born here.
No. I know. Here's the thing. And it's like, I think, so like other Latinos might know, but like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm like, yes, I am white. Racially, I'm white, but I'm Latina. Like, because my family, like, they're like European, but immigrated to Chile. Like, Spanish people are white. So, I mean, it's like, I'm like, I just always say, like, I'm like, you realize there are white people all over the world, right? Like, it's not just in the United States.
Know.
Okay? No, I know, you know. But like, how? And so one time I told them, I'm like, how can you be white and Latina? I'm like, okay, I don't have time for this.
You're like, I don't have time to break down.
I mean, at this point, I'm like, I don't even care. The fact that if my name was
Mary
Jess Martinez, it might be a little different. And no, and I say that because they'll be like, or like Jessica Marie, right? Let's just say they're like, oh, she's white. Her name is Jessica Marie. She's white. But because I have Maria Jose Ovalle, it always is like, oh, well, wait, where's that? Like, they question like, okay, where's that coming from?
You just you blow people's mind. They're just
so I didn't purposely change when I got married. Okay, I didn't change my name to my husband's last name, which would be Church. Now there is so much religious overtone, and there's like Maria Jose Church. So,
Mary Joseph Church.
Mary Joseph Church
in there.
Because no one calls me Maria Jose, it would just be Maria Church. And I was like, that's not even me. And I'm like, so I was like, I'm just gonna like drop the church, stick to Maria Jose Ovalle, which is not
I did that in middle school. Yeah. And I came out fine.
Yeah. And so what happened is like, I'm not saying my name is easy, but it's mine. And it's like one and only. And people are like, and the funny thing is my kids, because I speak to them in Spanish, I'm raising them bilingual. They're all named like, they have like a Spanish sounding first name with, so like Lucia Church, Matias Church, and Elisa Church. And we actually use both last names. I'm like, you are Lucia Church Ovalle, because I am included in this equation. Okay. So
yeah, you like did the heavy lifting on that one.
That's right. I was like, no. So they're like Church Ovalle. Let's hyphenate that thing. Okay. So my son thought that you also translated names. So he was telling people that his name was Matias Iglesias. I'm like, oh, so proud, but it's not your last name.
That's so sweet.
It's adorable.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he loves like when we saw like a fluffy guy. They're like, Gabriel Iglesias. Like, mommy, that's like us. I'm like, that's my
cousin. Ask him to pay for college.
Right? I'm like, yeah, you send him. That's your property.
Ask to borrow one of his cars.
Send him an email.
I was like, that's real property right there.
I love it so much.
But also, like, yeah, so quickly, like, because, you know, now, and my husband's like this white dude from Wisconsin too, okay, like real white, like American white, right? And he doesn't have a little bit of flavor. I remember, like, I call him
It's
Poppy.
Wisconsin, beer and cheese. That's the
So
flavor.
I call him Poppy because the kids call him Poppy, but also like, hey, Poppy, like that's Poppy. Style, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So we were coming out of Target one time and he walked ahead with my daughter and I was like, I called him, I was like, Poppy! And these two Latinas were walking by and they're like, look at white girl calling him Poppy. And I was like,
you're like, no.
No sabes. Okay, they laughed so hard. They laughed so hard. They're like, who's this white girl calling her man Poppy?
But they were there for it. They were like, they probably party. Let's go with them.
Yeah,
So,
that's all right.
I love it. No, the translation thing reminds me of going to Puerto Rico because my Spanish is muy, muy horrible. But I remember
this H is
aunt's house. It's so bad. And for whatever, like they would translate everything like on HBO. And there was some movie with Kevin Bacon. And they were like, Kevin Tocineta. And I was like, because I knew that. I was like, what the hell? Like that to this day, me and my cousin Gabrielle, we laugh about that so hard.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, you heard that too. He's like, yeah, they do that all the time. Like, I don't know who they hire to do the translations. Yeah. I'm like, you don't translate names.
They went cheap on that translation.
Right. It's like, Kevin Tocineta. And so I spit out. It was hilarious.
That's hilarious. Oh my God. I love when they...
Kevin Tocineta.
I love when they put subtitles on people who don't need them.
Right? That too.
Because I can tell exactly who did that. You know, it's like a really thin white guy in the studio with like thick glasses. Like, oh.
He spent a semester in Spain.
Or sometimes, like this is me watching all my crime shows. If the person is speaking English and they have an accent, and they like they put the English subtitles. I'm like, dude, you can't understand. Yeah. I didn't realize so many people can't understand people with accents.
I know.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's normal. That's how like this whole neighborhood sounds. Like, what are you saying? It's horrible.
El Netflix. That's right.
El Netflix, exactly. I love it.
Yeah.
So, Maria, I saw on your Instagram, was this your first time voting in November?
Yeah, so I'm like, I look so white, but I'm just so not because I actually I wasn't even a citizen until last March. Okay, well, so I have to
join. You still, after all this, you still.
I know. Give me a chance to explain. Let me explain this thing to you, yo.
Hey, girl, hey.
This how it goes. This how it goes. It's like this. It's like this. I never been illegal, okay? No, I'm just saying. This is a situation. No,
you legal?
Yo, you gonna let me explain or not? Okay. Stop. Okay. Look, long story short, the reason like my parents moved to this country like in the 80s, but my dad had a job that was like as an international, he worked at the Inter-American Development Bank, which is kind of like the World Bank. With that, you got a special visa. Okay, it was like a diplomatic visa. So the whole time I lived with my parents, which was till like I was like 24, and I was like about to get married when I left. Like,
there you go.
I literally stayed in the basement till I was like 24, and then they're like, "Mijita, okay, usted se puede ir ahora. La bendición."
Right. Sí se puede ir.
Okay. So they gave me 2 years off to like leave community college and go to a real college, but that was a whole different story. So I had like a that visa my entire life that I was here, and then I got my green card. I've had my green card since 2004, and I never bothered to become a citizen. I was like, shit, that costs some money. And it costs money. And then I was like, the only thing you can't do with a green card is vote. And I was like, I don't give a shit about voting. And this was like years before, right? Mm-hmm. 2016, I'm like, panic. And I still had to like go through the process. So anyway, last March was finally the day I did it. And the day after I was sworn in as a citizen, every single immigration office across the U.S. was closed due to the pandemic. Like literally the next day, they're like, "We are not doing any more citizenship.
Oh my God.
You gotta wait." So and there's a backlog now, and no one was wearing masks or anything, but they were scared. So I was like being sworn in, like under the picture of like Donald Trump, which was really, I'm not joking aside, it was surreal. You're like, this has got to be a fucking joke. Like,
right.
You wanted to be so proud, but you're like looking at this guy's face, like the hypocrisy was just, you know? And I'm like,
butt
here's
lips.
another
Yeah, I don't
one,
understand.
and
Just
another
a flag
one.
or something. Yeah.
It was like, so that's why. And then I like registered to vote, and then that's why I did it. But that's why, okay, that's why I gotta explain myself, right?
Yes. No, it is.
I was just gonna say congratulations.
Congrats.
That's cool. First time voting is
I was
awesome.
gonna say congrats. Yeah.
America. Estados Unidos. Aquí. You've been here for a long time. But
I love how
Jess,
you're like,
you should say,
listen,
isn't your friend
listen.
taking
And I'm
the
like,
test?
no, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I'm happy, but I'm just like, you still had a choice, but I'm glad. Did you just say on Facebook that your friend's taking the citizenship test?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out like how it actually is right now, because like it says that it's been changed, and so I don't know if it's like harder, easier, like what has changed, and so you just want to make sure they're prepared.
So it was 5 questions, and they seemed really basic, but I'm sure if I asked my in-laws in Wisconsin, they might not be able to answer it.
No, they said that most Americans
I can't.
It's literally it's simple, but like you have to like you got to refresh your memory. They're like, okay, who's your for instance, there's 100 questions they could ask you. Who's your representative? And like even that, people are like,
this is clear. I try to cover my mouth.
And then they're like, how many? Like, who was Martin Luther King? Right? That was another one. I know because I also grew up in this country. So that's the thing is, I grew up in this country. So someone who's that's who grew up here. It's kind of like doesn't usually happen.
My representative. Oh my god.
I just want to do that guy's voice again and be like, I represent myself, man.
No, bro, I don't need you, man.
Yo, I take that shit to Congress. I break down those doors. I get in there, yo.
I get in there. I be making change. I think it's Chewy Garcia.
So
yeah.
But yeah, it's normally people who are becoming citizens haven't spent their lives in the United States and educated in the United States. So like here I am with perfect English. I'm like 8th grade. This is like 8th grade civics, but my mom, for instance, was like, "Ay, mijita," like she was stressing. Like she was like, Martin Luther King. She's like, "Oh, I know who that is," you know, but like it didn't come as easy to someone who didn't grow up here and didn't study here. And there's things that are almost just like general culture stuff. Yeah,
a lot of people don't know like how many people.
I did study like how many. Congress, like how many senators are there?
A lot of people don't know that.
Like House of Representatives. What are the 3 branches of government? Look at Jess. Mírala. She's like, ¿qué pasó? So.
No, but like some of that stuff gets real complicated.
Yeah.
Like
I can see people in there, and I truly felt for them. Like they were like had their lawyer with them. They were like so nervous, and I was like, I truly felt for them because I could tell that this is maybe not their first time going at it, because they're not difficult. But it's not your first language, English isn't your first language, and you haven't lived around like all this.
It's a lot of pressure. Like
my whole family is like
here
on this like by next 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my friend did the green card and she married an American, and I always thought that was a joke. It reminds me of like a sitcom episode, but they did do that thing where they like separated them and asked them all these questions about like what's in your cupboard, like what's in this cupboard, and they were like, I didn't even know the answer.
Damn.
But they were like, to make sure, because so many people do the like.
I got a few deals that married for a green card. So. I got.
Say it again.
I got 2 deals who married for a green card, and then actually one deal who's married 5 different women to give them a green card. It's kind of complicated.
Look at you blowing them up right here.
Juan Vicente Ovalle.
Give me their names. That's
Juan Vicente Ovalle. That's right.
Don't you stop. I mean, people get married for less. People get married.
I know, right? Right.
You just met somebody at the bar in Vegas. Okay, so like,
I know.
Please. At least you're gonna get married and ruin your life by being married. Help somebody stay in the country. That's what I'm
trying to help them out. That's
ruin your life.
I've heard of that, but I've never actually like heard of like a real story that real.
Because it was around the holidays, and she's like, "Tell me how your Christmas tree's decorated." And then they would ask him, and they separated them.
The guy wouldn't even know.
They
wouldn't know.
Yeah, we're like living together.
Yeah.
And it was like, what'd you do last week? Like, you know what I mean? It was very specific and very intense. They did surprise visits. Like, yeah, they don't play.
No.
Not anymore. Damn it. Not anymore. Remember back in the day we could have fake IDs? 9/11 ruined everything.
Speaking of playing and not playing.
Exactly. My second is
yes, I'm paid extra for my transitions. So we like to play some games here on Las Locas Live. If you don't mind, I've got some Would You Rathers. And they're all kid themed. This will be interesting. Okay, let's see here. Would you rather have Let It Go from Frozen or Baby Shark stuck in your head for a month?
Let It Go. And it's been there for 5, 6, 7 years already. Like since Frozen came out, it's been in my head. And then there's Frozen 2. Don't forget, Jess.
That's true. That's true.
So
I didn't see the first one. I'm good.
You know what? Here's the thing. I have actually never seen like the movies in its entirety because it's always on in my house, but I'll walk by and hear. But I've never sat down to watch Frozen.
You've like stitched them together in your mind.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
That's funny. I remember seeing the second one in theaters because I was waiting. I always have weird chunks of time before I have to be at a show. And so that's why sometimes I get there really early. And so I killed time by watching Frozen 2 at the movie theater down the street. And then I realized how weird that looked. The 30-year-old woman to watch Frozen by herself at the movie theater on a Wednesday night.
Back row crying, like you really felt it, like.
Oh
no! Oh man. Okay, next one. Would you rather be covered in glitter or kids puke?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow, that's amazing.
Denise was like, this was easy, but no. Glitter is the devil.
Glitter is the devil.
Glitter. God. Because here's the well, actually, shit, I don't know because
Should I wait? I'm gonna dial this
back. Oh, this is hard, yo. How can you This is hard. Because that glitter, it gets into places. It gets into like the cracks and stuff, and like never comes out.
No, then you get accused of cheating that you went to the strip club. That's what the glitter does. Glitter has ruined relationships, dude.
No, it ruined my life. So I have been covered in puke. So I'm gonna, can I reverse my thing? I'll go with puke because it'll wash off and like you can spray yourself down with like something. But glitter, that shit cracks.
That's
hashtag glitter.
Glitter is basically a tattoo. And I wear contacts, so now I have like a fear of glitter. It's like my worst enemy.
Yeah,
oh
no,
my god. Your niece is like, and you're like, stop it. You think it's fairy dust? You're like, no.
All right, last one. Would you rather have Chuck E. Cheese sized rats in your house or cockroaches that sing Let It Go from Frozen 24/7?
Oh my god. Okay, so what? Chuck E. Cheese what size?
Chuck E. Cheese sized rats. Like, you know how he comes out at the playroom?
I'm going to tell you, because when he used to be mechanical on stage,
I was drums.
Enough, but now he comes into your face. He's like, yo, I'm here. So
he's like, hey girl.
He's like, hey girl.
Are you white? I didn't know you were Latino.
I didn't know you were yo, me too. You can't see him on the side.
He comes out, hey mommy.
I get up to 6. Hey mommy, it's me.
No, that's Carlos Queso, man. That's at the other place. They just play reggaeton. The games are like dodge a bullet. This is a good business concept, guys. Let's go with it. We can
like it.
We'll get some funding.
Carlitos.
They actually shut one down in Chicago because there were too many shootings outside. There was too much violence outside of the Chuck E. Cheese. Do you remember that?
I do. I feel like there was fights with parents and shit too. There was a few of those.
I will tell you, like the one that I go to around here is full of like, yo, those like 30-year-olds who like, I love the skee ball or whatever it's called, the bowling, the shoot some hoops.
The speed ball?
What's the bowling called? The little speed
ball.
Yeah, they're like, yo, they be doing that all day.
Like, I'm on meth. I'm like, what are we talking about?
Speedball.
I don't know. You know what? I grew up with Chuck E. Cheese.
Coming out.
They had a ball pit. When I was little, they had a ball pit. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
If you really think about it, that's
sick. Gross, dude.
That is sick. But I hadn't been to a Chuck E. Cheese since I was a kid. So when I took my kid like 30 years later, I'm like, yo, where's the ball pit? Where's the ball pit? I was like about to throw them in there. They're like, we don't have that anymore.
Well, I think they're
that voice.
I swear to God, they did that on the news where they like tested it and there was like gross.
Yeah, they're like,
Corona. They're never gonna have ball pits again. It's over.
For safety reasons, we haven't had that since 1995.
Good old days. Oh my God.
So the Chucky or Roaches singing "Let It Go."
Yeah.
Roaches are.
Yeah. No. See.
No. I've experienced roaches. Okay.
I feel like the rat would be your friend eventually. Like you guys could like retrain it.
I know.
You could do some artificial intelligence.
Probably help you around the house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I break him down, get in his motherboard, try to recode some.
Yeah.
I really need to see people, guys. I'm starting to crack up. I'm like,
I will fly.
I could just write some code.
I will fly to Chicago to be on your live show. I promise.
We'd love to have you once we get back. We'd love to have you in person.
We're gonna do it. Do it.
Love it.
Right.
Oh my God. We could talk, to quote Janice Rodriguez, we could talk to you all day.
Is it over?
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, we keep it. It's a quick and dirty show here.
We keep it so quick, see?
That was quick and dirty and child friendly. I
tried.
I was expecting a little.
Wait, we said math. There was a couple things that were not child.
I was expecting at least one round of MF.
Oh no! See, we were afraid. We wanted to keep your squeaky clean image.
Do you want to do it? I did write a really weird one.
All right, go ahead.
Kid friendly, except for the name of the game.
Do it.
Cheese. Who else? Huh?
Okay, real quick. Fuck, marry, kill. A Chilean hot dog, a Chicago hot dog, or cut up hot dogs and mac and cheese.
See?
This is Jess Martinez trying to be clean.
And we're from Chicago. We love hot dogs.
No, I don't mind. It was just, I was like, I don't know if we're going to do that for 30 minutes because, I got my kids listening at the door. Minutes. That's all.
For 30 minutes.
And I was like,
we're never asking you about hot dogs.
That hot dogs with mac and cheese is like the dinner every other night in my house. Hey, it's so gross, but I don't got no time. I don't know what are we playing with this?
So Chilean hot dog, because I saw a picture on Instagram and now I want to try one. Chicago hot dog, or the cut of hot dogs and mac and cheese.
I don't know what a Chicago hot dog is, but
you got to come over. We'll show you.
Okay, so I need to marry one of them. I'll do like Chilean hot dog. Man, that was crazy.
What do I need to do?
I'm gonna marry that Chileno, Chileno dog. Which, okay, there's a reason I didn't marry Italy.
Next time,
join us. Kill that mac and cheese with the hot dogs in there, yo. And then I will just that Chicago dog. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Got in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
We all know this guy. We know this guy.
I know, right?
Because his energy is super creepy, but fun.
And then when I left the
gangster, like either a drive-by might happen at any minute. Like we don't know what's gonna happen.
And then like when I left the place, I had to like walk down this alley that was really dark. I know, right? To get to like the main street so I can call my Uber. And he's like, yo, go on, I'll watch you from here to make sure nothing happens, all right? You got it, girl. Go ahead. And he's like, oh, rat! Because there was a rat coming across the alley. And I was like, thanks, man. And I was like, peace, I'm out of here.
Hashtag women in comedy.
I swear to God, a rat crossed the path in the alley right as I was going down. He's like, "You got it, mommy. Go ahead. I'm gonna watch you from here, so nothing happens to you. Okay? Got you."
Nothing's gonna happen to you. I got you.
We have rats too. We'll give you the whole experience.
Yes. And Chuck E. Cheese, hopefully. Look at this hair. Look at this. This is awesome. Well, we heart you so much. I can talk to you for hours. What are you working on? What can we plug? Just follow you and
Nothing really. I actually got a job, like a real job, because I got to pay some bills and my student loans from like 25 years ago.
Isn't it funny how they don't go away?
No, I work in PR. Like I used to work as a PR director, public relations, not Puerto Rico, Jenny's. And
so down there, they need a director as well.
I know. Well, and I started doing working for like a small virtual company, just being a publicist for entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs. It's actually really great, and it's like I know how to do this. Easy. I'm a good writer, and I can pay my bills. So right now I'm not doing anything, and I just keep auditioning and just just watch the space.
Right. Until Queso de Carlito comes out. $1 million idea, guys.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I really love it.
We'll do it. Let's make a logo, Jess. I'm dead serious about this. It's like a whole sketch, too. We're doing it.
I'm doing it.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Follow Maria Jose at the Maria Jose Ovalle on Instagram. I put it in the comments.
Thank you.
Jess, follow me. Do all the things. Save the date, March 20th, for our next Las Locas comedy show. Chingona History Month. We were using the theme from last year because we didn't get to do it because of a little thing called coronavirus.
I might have gotten some material from tonight, so hold up.
No, see, that's what we're here for. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.